Here's the news for this evening. Government facing accusations of corruption and hiding ill-gotten money in offshore accounts. For a second time, GPL pole falls on a Roxanne Burnham house. Man found dead with pants down on Merriman's mall. Expect teething problems in the oil and gas sector, Canadian oil expert warns. And in the region, Hurricane Maria pounds Dominica.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Join us. Opposition leader and former President Bara Jagdeo has accused the current administration of corruption and hiding ill-gotten money in offshore accounts in the Dominican Republic and the Cayman Islands. Mr. Jagdeo would not say who the corrupt ministers are or how he knows about the illegal transactions. Wendell Jeffrey was at the press conference held today and filed this report.
The unwillingness of this government to hire an international firm to trace the assets of former government officials or current ones. And current ones, not or, and current ones.
Mr. Jagdeo said that he has long called for the Granger administration to hire an independent firm to trace monies that have illegally been transferred from Guyana to other countries.
When we have called for it, after they make allegations all the time that we took a lot of money and stashed it abroad. And we have all these assets abroad.
He said that if the government does the independent research, they can easily prove who the real culprits are.
So why would they want to do it? Then they can easily prove this. I think they don't want us to get, you'll be surprised at the findings. You'll be surprised at the findings.
He was speaking in connection with the oil blocks, which he says the government is now awarding to their cronies who will flip them weeks later and profit to the tune of millions of US dollars.
So a lot of these local companies have no means whatsoever who are aligned to ministers and their families, etc., and some others, cronies. They will get these blocks, and weeks later, they will sell the blocks. They have the possibility of making tens of millions of US dollars, tens. And the estimate that one person gave me in the sector, because he said to me that the big companies will just buy these up, buy them up, and it's over 100 million US dollars.
The PPP General Secretary said that it is the current government that is corrupt and not him. He said that he is not afraid of the government's empty threats about locking him up, and to prove it, he called on the government again to mount an investigation which will put the entire matter to rest.
I was not even running scared when they threatened to lock us up before the elections, and they keep threatening to lock us up because Jagdeo, as we've been hearing, that Jagdeo stashed billions of dollars abroad. When we suggested that they hire a firm to trace these assets, they don't want to.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. A group of workers who were fired from Rusal in 2010 took to the streets today to protest what they called delayed justice. The workers are now asking the sitting APNU government to look into their situation with a view of finding an amicable solution. Here's more. For years, Guyanese workers have complained of ill treatment from foreign corporations operating in the country. And according to these men, the Bauxite Company of Guyana Incorporated, also known as Rusal, is no exception.
My Guyanese brothers and sisters sympathize with us and see from our heart, we are feeling it. After 100 years of mining bauxite in Guyana, what do we have to show? Just an arch, just to show that we're mining bauxite.
These men allege that they were fired for standing up to the Russian-owned bauxite company in 2010.
We know we didn't violate anything because the food was expired Milo, expired coffee, expired Ovaltine, and rice infested with rat, flour infested with rat, beef was worm, full with worm, and we go about and we check all of these things. The medic was there, the safety man was there, the personnel for the Russian area team was there. She said, well, yes, we catch the company red-handed now with all of these things, and we will look after these things. And we're glad that you workers bring this thing to our attention. The next thing what we know, we work 3 more days, and when we're ready to come home, they give we a one-way pass with a dismissal letter, state that we refuse to work.
Since being dismissed, obtaining work has been hard for the men. This one action essentially caused them to be blacklisted.
They terminated my contract. I moved from there, I go to another export service company. They say, hey, we hear you to stand up for your rights. This is what these foreign companies saying. I hear you to stand up for your rights. We can't keep you here no more. Boom.
During our interview with the men, they were called inside the Ministry of Social Protection in order to discuss their concerns. Headline News will keep you updated as details arise. A man was found dead this morning on the Merriman's Mall close to the border market. Some are suggesting foul play and question whether he had possibly been sexually assaulted before or after his death. Wendell Jeffrey was on the scene and filed this report.
A dead man was found today on Merriman's Mall at the corner of Orange Walk and North Road. At around 6 hours, vendors in the area said that they observed a man whom they claimed was a vagrant lying motionless under one of the stands. The man was naked except for his pants, which were pulled down to his ankles. The cause of death is yet unknown. However, some of the spectators gathered speculated that it might have been a case of indecent assault. Many questioned why the man would be undressed and lying on his belly with his pants pulled down. An ambulance team was summoned to the scene, but they left after pronouncing the man dead. The workers of Merriman's funeral parlor were then called to remove the body. Some of the folks gathered at the scene were rumored to be the man's relatives. However, up to press time, Channel 2 Headline News was unable to confirm the man's identity. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. President David Granger and the government of Guyana have extended heartfelt sympathy to relatives of Mr. Yusuf Sankar, especially his children and his sister, Mrs. Lila Kassoon. Mr. Sankar died tragically on September 18, 2017, in a fire which destroyed his premises at the corner of Main and Lamaha Streets. Mr. Sankar was a prominent businessman and a pioneer in the local commercial photography industry. He was the proprietor of Rissan's Photography Center and Jared's Graphics Design, both of which were housed at his residence. President Granger especially extended heartfelt sympathy to his 5 sons, Nicholas, Damon, Shane, Riyadh, and Jared. His siblings, Mrs. Lila Kassoon of the Kassoon Group of Companies, Mrs. Amina Winter, Mr. Fuad Sankar, and Mrs. Aisha Strathler, and other relatives, employees, and friends. Coming up after the break, Canadian oil and gas expert warns about teething problems, and a woman is pleading with GPL after a utility pole crashes onto her home. Stay with us.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you have a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's here once again. It's the clearance mega birthday sale, and it's going to be happening for 2 days on the 21st and the 22nd of September. So come down and enjoy half off store-wide on all dresses, jeans, tops, shoes, accessories, and everything that you need to give you that beautiful sizzling look. And for the fellas, come down and enjoy half off selected dress shirts and jeans, half off all kind of cool shoes and sneakers, plus continuous discounts store-wide. The sale happens for 2 days only on the 21st and the 22nd of September. It's the Clearance Big Mega Birthday Sale, celebrating with style and amazing deals. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
Lewis Styles, simply different.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. Guyanese should expect some teething problems in the oil and gas sector. Mistakes will be made, and those mistakes will affect revenue and prosperity. However, those mistakes should not be lasting. That is according to a senior Canadian official with knowledge of the industry. Wendell Jeffrey reports.
To this point, we really haven't even discovered as much oil, I think, as what's been discovered in Guyana in 2 years. So, you know, I'm excited for Guyana.
That was Michael Critch, the treasurer of one of Canada's wealthiest oil farms out of Newfoundland and Labrador, provinces of Canada. Critch was addressing an audience at the Guyana on the comparison between what obtained in his homeland and what is now taking place in Guyana.
Extremely important, I think, for you, and I look forward to seeing the prosperity that you have to come.
By way of comparison, the oil specialist noted that Guyana and Canada share a lot of commonalities.
Newfoundland is about 500,000 people, right? And it's isolated, it's economically. Does this sound familiar? You know, there's a lot of similarities between Newfoundland. Other than the climate, there's a lot of similarities between Newfoundland and Guyana.
He said that oil has brought a level of prosperity to Newfoundland, and the citizens like that. He observed that the contribution to Canada's GDP to date stands at $4.6 billion.
You're talking about $4.6 billion contribution to the GDP.
He said that Newfoundland had a learning curve of their own, where they had to learn from other countries and partners.
We We had to learn from other companies and other nations, and we had to form partnerships with them. If you're going to have your children working in the industry and exporting more and more to other parts of the world, it's time to actively get involved now and learn the industry as fast as possible.
Crit said that the rules of the game need to be clear to the investors. Due to the amount of money being invested, governments cannot change their minds or the rules mid-game. He said that when this is done, it affects economic prosperity.
I'll be honest to say that if government's changing its mind, in our case, it happens, right? It doesn't help, it slows down activity and economic prosperity.
Critch said that after 25 years in the industry, they are still learning.
We're still learning. I talk like we're very experienced and we know everything about the industry, and even though we've learned a lot, we're still learning. So I hope that helps a little bit for you to understand what happened in Newfoundland and Labrador, and you can make comparisons to Guyana.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. A resident of Roxanne, Burnham is pleading with the Guyana Power and Light Incorporated to address repairs to her house after a utility pole came crashing down. As you will hear in this report, this is the second time that a pole fell on the home. Here's more.
This is the second time this post falling on this house. This is the second time this thing occurring. And they didn't take no precaution the first time. Now the same thing happened again. The second time, the exact thing happened the second time again. So I don't know if I gotta wait until a third time. It might cost me my life the third time it should happen. Because as you could see, there's a transformer on the post. And this transformer could have caused a lot of problem if I wasn't a praying person.
One resident of Roxanne Burnham Gardens vividly remembers that in 1992, the GPL post in front of her home collapsed, causing extensive damage to her roof. Last night, to her shock and dismay, the scene repeated itself.
The emergency crew that worked last night, one of them recognized the area and they said, this is the second time this post fell on this house.
This repeat occurrence even troubled one of the GPL workers on the scene who was there on that day in '92.
Not even the fan went on last night. Nothing in blow. No breeze and blow last night. No breeze at all in blow. And just so this post stayed just so, and with all the breeze blow this post and fall, and just so it stayed just so and fall.
The homeowner lays the blame squarely on the rotten wood.
So I don't know if GPL don't have a time span where these posts last within a certain time to check on it, to move it or change it or whatever they do with it.
She questions why this level of deterioration was allowed to happen and recommends a system of replacing poles to be instituted.
They know that this post changed a long time. And it need to change by now, so now it fall down. Then there's me. I don't know if we gotta wait till posts fall down to change. GPL got a system whereas these posts is changing like in a routine. You know what I mean? Every 3 months, I just suggesting, right?
Because of the heavy rains we have been having recently, she asked that GPL fix her roof as soon as possible. But will she be satisfied with a temporary solution?
If they could get a tarpaulin for me, if I could throw up on the roof as to save the water from damaging me furnitures, I would be glad.
During the interview, crews from GPL came to the scene to remove the downed pole and to restore power. Residents in the area should expect electricity by the end of the day. According to the World Health Organization, exclusive breastfeeding reduces infant mortality. Breastfeeding reduces the incidences of diarrhea and pneumonia, both of which are among the leading causes of infant deaths. In keeping with these facts, the Davis Memorial Hospital is launching a parenting club. Wendell Jeffrey tells us more.
Wednesday will be the launching of our parenting club, which is a club that is open to the community, but mothers who have delivered their babies at Davis Memorial Hospital will automatically have membership into that club.
Cherise Leach, The hospital's nursing director said that the club is to assist the members in their role as parents.
The goal behind the club is to prepare parents to be able to provide the support that they need, not just with breastfeeding, but in child care, in child rearing, nutrition of children. We'll be discussing a lot of things that will help families to be able to better take care of their children. If you are in our antenatal clinic and you would have had your baby or you're having your baby here, then automatically we'll go ahead and enroll you into the club. You'll have auto membership just by that.
Ms. Leach said that the club is open to any parent, including fathers.
It's mothers and fathers, it's parents, so it's not just the mothers, but we're inviting the fathers to come as well and to be a part of it, because fathers have different challenges, and we try to provide a support group where fathers can sit down and talk with other fathers and find out what have worked for them in maybe similar situations, to be able to help them to support that process of fatherhood.
Davis Memorial Hospital launched Breastfeeding Week with a march on Sunday, which culminated with a short program. Activities also featured an address by Gillian Trim from the Ministry of Health Public Policy Division.
For the rest of the week, we'll be having talks in our outpatient department. On Wednesday, we'll be launching our parenting club, and that we'll be looking forward to providing some support and some education to parents as we take on the journey of parenthood, because everyone could do with a little support.
Breastfeeding Week is internationally designated to bring awareness to the benefits of breastfeeding babies exclusively for the first 6 months of their lives. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Still ahead, Hurricane Maria, a Category 5 storm, makes landfall in Dominica. Ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's here once again. It's the clearance mega birthday sale, and it's going to be happening for 2 days on the 21st and the 22nd of September. So come down and enjoy half off store-wide on all dresses, jeans, tops, shoes, accessories, and everything that you need to give you that beautiful sizzling look. And for the fellas, come down and enjoy half off selected dress shirts and jeans, half off all kind of cool shoes and sneakers, plus continuous discounts store-wide. The sale happens for 2 days only on the 21st and the 22nd of September. It's the clearance big mega birthday sale, celebrating with style and amazing deals. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's for dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
John Lewis Styles proudly introduces Everest Bags, a complete and affordable line especially suited for back to school. Lunch bags from $3,500, backpacks from $4,500, pulley backpacks from $10,995. Also available are messenger bags, computer bags, waist pouches, duffel bags, gym bags, and even camping bags, all for the same price or less than buying online. And it's already here on Waterloo Street. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Welcome back. Now for news from the region. Dominica has suffered widespread damage from Hurricane Maria, according to Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. More from BBC.
The French island of Martinique is being battered by strong winds, and this is just the start. Hurricane Maria is strengthening rapidly. Packing winds of more than 200 kilometers an hour and bringing torrential rains, residents on the east coast are being told to leave. And coming hot on the heels of Hurricane Irma, the Caribbean is braced for more fury and misery. On St. Kitts, they're preparing for the worst.
The most we can do now is to ensure that our people stay indoors and safe. The wind is very, very, very strong right now. I'm actually at my home and you can hear my windows pounding, my shutters pounding, you know?
US forecasters say Maria is a potentially catastrophic hurricane. This is the predicted route. The island of Dominica, the first place to be hit, and then Maria is expected to move roughly along the same route as Hurricane Irma. The Prime Minister of Dominica took to Facebook as the powerful hurricane made landfall, writing, "The winds are merciless, we shall survive by the grace of God." Then, "My roof is gone, I'm at the complete mercy of the hurricane, house is flooding." Later he wrote, "I have been rescued." In the US Virgin Islands, people are battening down the hatches again.
Buildings, houses, businesses, everything is devastated.
Elsewhere in Puerto Rico, which escaped the worst 2 weeks ago, residents are stocking up on essentials as Maria is expected to intensify even further in the coming days. Sarah Corker, BBC News.
And internationally, we have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea, says U.S. President Donald Trump during his first address at the United Nations General Assembly. Here are his exact words.
The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime. The United States is ready, willing, and able. But hopefully, this will not be necessary. That's what the United Nations is all about. That's what the United Nations is for. Let's see how they do. It is time for North Korea to realize that the denuclearization is its only acceptable future.
And now for the weather forecast. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this evening, the 19th of September 2017. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and ch2headlinenews.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your home, and do have a blessed evening.